Well, today we are joined by Rock M Sakura. I don't know if I pronounced that right.
You pronounced it perfectly.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I don't have to shame you today.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. A contestant on the upcoming season of RuPaul's Drag Race starting on Friday.
Me?
Yeah.
I thought it was on Hoarders. This whole time, I just brought all my stuff to RuPaul's Drag Race? That's crazy.
Tell us how your experience was on the show.
It's life-changing, completely. Definitely, every day I smile a little bit brighter, and my tuck is a little bit tighter.
And so I guess you can't tell us how many episodes you're on at this point. A lot of secrecy.
A lot of secrecy. We're actually sworn to secrecy. The minute I say it, like, my body will go up in flames.
Okay, we do not want that to happen.
I mean, I might want that.
But what was it like? What were some of the dynamics on the set?
Definitely it is, especially as a drag performer, it's kind of like going into Willy Wonka's factory, and the rest of the contestants are Oompa Loompas.
Really?
In a sense that, like, they like to dance and sing around, and it's just like you get to explore this magical world, and it's everything that you love. As a drag performer, I love to see different styles of drag, to see different avenues and venues and different perspectives, see the way that people do drag differently, do their makeup, perform. And being on the show really just lets you see all of that and really just celebrate drag and celebrate being yourself.
And tell us about your personal journey in drag. How did this start? How has your experience been?
Well, I started doing drag about 5 years ago. I actually lived in Santa Clara at the time. And I started doing drag in Mountain View, right outside of NASA, in a little bar that like 3 or 4 people went to. It was a small biker bar, and I would say maybe 2 or 3 people would come every Wednesday night, which was our show, to come see us.
What inspired you to start?
I actually started watching Drag Race.
Oh, really? So the show itself?
Well, the show got me to go out in public and perform, but I've been doing drag for a while. I do drag and cosplay. So I started off as a cosplayer, going off to anime conventions. J-pop, K-pop is like a big influence of mine. I love to dress up as characters. And I always felt like, I never felt like an affinity for male characters. I always felt like female characters were more my thing.
They have more fun.
Oh, exactly. The costumes are so much better. They're so much more dynamic. I do florals every day of the year. Like,
and the hair, the makeup, is this a similar look? Do you change it up a lot?
Well, my last name is Sakura.
Yes.
Sakura is Japanese for cherry blossom. That's a reference to my pink hair. Pink hair is kind of my motif. Also, too, a lot of girls in anime who are main characters have like big bright hair. They don't usually have like black, brown, or like blonde hair. It's usually like big, colorful colors. And I wanted to be the main character in my life. So that's usually why I have like big anime hair, big anime makeup. I just like to be the protagonist of every day.
All right, and now you're the main character in this show. We were talking a little bit before this interview about San Francisco, the San Francisco curse when it comes to RuPaul drag.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, drag is such a big thing here in the Bay Area, yet the city really wasn't represented in the show for some time.
The last person who was on the show was Honey Mahogany on season 5, who Honey Mahogany actually works for our city now. She is a champion for LGBTQ plus rights. And on the show, she just wore a lot of caftans, which were made by Mr. David, who is a local San Francisco legend. And people just didn't like her silhouettes. And she also went home in the series' first double elimination, which is why a lot of people in the city kind of carry that on their shoulders. They feel like Honey kind of ruined it for everyone, but I don't think that's the case. I think part of it is our mindset. I knew I was gonna I moved to the city, and a lot of people said, I hope you like not getting onto Drag Race because they're never going to have a San Francisco girl in here. But I think that's part of the mindset that's the problem. If you know that they're going to get you wherever you are, like regardless of where you live, then you'll get on the show. You know, part of what the show really teaches is that you have to have confidence in yourself and believe in your star power. And that's what I have. Also, too, I have an extreme love for the city. And everyone in it, everyone who's come to see the shows, all of our drag, all of our amazing history.